No one who supports immigrant rights should vote for Xavier Becerra for California governor. Even though Xavier is a really cool name, Becerra's work exposing migrant children to labor trafficking is disgusting. As President Biden's Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, Becerra oversaw the Office of Refugee Resettlement, responsible for placing literally hundreds of thousands of migrant children who are unaccompanied safe homes. Becerra treated the process literally like an assembly line, pushing staff to weaken standards for placement. Just listen to him talk about it.
If Henry Ford had seen this in his plan, he would have never become famous and rich.
Disgraceful. As a result, 85,000 migrant children were unaccounted for. According to an award-winning New York Times series, thousands of migrant children were placed under the supervision of labor traffickers, who put the children to work in factories, slaughterhouses, construction sites, food processing factories. At least 12 children were killed in workplace accidents. A 15-year-old boy fell 15 feet from the roof in a construction site in Alabama. A 16-year-old boy was crushed under a 35-ton tractor scraper in Atlanta. Others were maimed. A 14-year-old boy from Guatemala had his arm torn apart by a deboner, and another had his spine shattered on a construction site. It's all here in the award-winning New York Times article. The videos are online. Dozens of Democratic allies of Becerra in Congress even wrote a letter to Becerra, calling these actions a national shame. The Office of Inspector General did a scathing report of ORR and HHS under Becerra, and now he wants to be your governor. He even justified the system by referring to the children as illegal. Just listen to him in his own words.
People are struggling to spend a little bit of money for their kids on a daily basis. We try to explain how we're spending more than $1,000 a day for kids who may not even have the legal right to be here. Not me.
Whoa.
They were working for some of the biggest brands in America. Cheerios, Oreos, Flaming Hot Cheetos, Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and preparing bread for Walmart and Target, and clothes for Fruit of the Loom and J.Crew. These are kids who traveled thousands of miles searching for a better life. They deserve protection, and instead they were sent to work. Becerra betrayed them. Just read the New York Times story, watch the interviews, and listen to Becerra's own words.
This is not the way you do an assembly line.